This Valentine's Day horror story is a decade old, but I'll never forget it. I was 19 years old dating a 28-year-old.
28 and 19? That's
Right.
insane.
That is insane.
God damn.
Nino, call the police. Cool. Then she goes in brackets, who I later found out had a whole family while he was dating me.
No shit.
Obviously.
He's 28.
You're
You're
like sixth form. He's a grown man.
Me assuming that it was Valentine's Day and I should get dressed up, I put on a play suit, some 5-inch heels, did a full face of makeup and threw my box braids in a bun.
I box braids. Oh, she black. I'm sorry.
Why did you gotta say that?
I just got Happy Black History Month.
As I was walking down my driveway, my heel got caught in a crack in the road and I twisted my ankle.
Oh, God.
19. This is the worst.
No, this
This is the most scarring experience.
As I entered the car, I noticed that he had sweatpants on and a dingy old t-shirt. He said, "What are you wearing? You're way too overdressed." I asked what we're doing and he said it's a surprise. He parked outside of this pier with a gate that says no trespassing.
Oh, God.
He said, "Get out, we're going fishing."
We're going fishing.
It's 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. by the way, the fish are sleeping. What the heck? Cool.
The fish
Here
are
I am dressed to the nines and this guy has me about to fish. Then we get to the gate and he tells me I have to squeeze through a part of the gate.
Whoa.
Take me home.
With her twisted
Take me
Then
home.
we get to the gate and he tells me I have to squeeze through a part of the gate that was exposed where someone must have broken in because there was a big red sign saying stop, no loitering, no trespassing. I was a voluptuous woman back then.
Oh, God.
And my plate suit got caught on
God.
on a piece of the gate.
This is...
Can't stomach
cringing.
this. This is
Literally,
the worst thing.
holding the flags for him. Like you said,
no,
he's holding the red
it's
flags
crazy.
for him.
Waving them.
I sat on the edge of the dock with him foolishly freezing my ass off and fishing while other trespassers were also fishing and catcalling me.
Other
Finally-
trespassers.
Finally, I told him to take me home. He agreed and said, "Wait, let me make it up to you. Let's stop for dinner." Hesitantly, I said, "Okay." This man pulls up to Burger King
Jesus.
and tells me to get whatever I want.
Get whatever I want. What I want is to go home. Take me home.
At this point, I'm in tears. I told him,
This is not even funny.
"You're bad for laughing."
Bro.
Get
On
whatever you want.
Valentine's Day.
God.
God.
I don't even think it was the drive-through because he just was like, get what you want. So she's just limping.
She's limped to the door, innit?
And this was 10 years. You say it was 10 years ago.
Oh,
So
they
they
didn't
didn't
have
have
the...
to
They have to go face to
They have
face.
to go.
At this point, I'm in tears. I told him that he was lame for giving me the bare minimum and to just take me home. Worst Valentine's Day of my life today.
Oh my God. Where do we start? First of all, when I got in a car and seen him wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt and he told me that I was overdressed, I'm just going back in the house. I don't even got time to waste. I don't got time to waste. And then all the other people catcalling and you just allowing it to happen? You just letting these other people do this to me? Nah. Burger King, take me home. Let's read these comments. That ankle that folded should have been a sign for her. That was God saying, "Hey, stay home." He told his wife he was going fishing. The GPS after that. I'm dead. Ankle tried the hardest to warn her. Then the gate tried to hold her back from the absolute worst. Yo, cancel Valentine's Day. What it do? What's up? What's happening? What's popping? In honor of Valentine's Day just passing and to make me feel a little better because I am single, we're gonna get into some Valentine's Day stories gone wrong. But first, you know, we gotta give a round of applause for our diva for the video, and I'm super excited about this one because she's all the way from New Zealand. I think that is so cool that somebody from New Zealand is watching little old me, so thank you. Without further ado, let's get into these terrible Valentine's Day stories.
Ladies, I need you guys to listen to this story if you were dating. This is urgent. This is serious. Pay attention. So I met a guy on Instagram and he DM'd me and insisted on taking me out on a date. So we planned this last week and it ended up landing on Valentine's Day. I told him, hey, if it's weird for you because it's Valentine's Day, we don't have to do it today. And he was like, no, it's totally fine. Let's just meet up. We ended up going to a ramen spot because I was craving ramen.
I love
and
ramen.
When I pull up, he's got these flowers in his hand. He's got the Valentine's Day balloon. I'm thinking it's so cute. Like, I'm totally going for this shit. I'm like, yeah. When we get in the restaurant, I ask him, like, what do you do? And he's like, well, you know, I just be out here. I said, what does that mean? He goes, you know, I be serving. Strike one. Then he proceeds to tell me that he doesn't have any degrees because he got kicked out of college. He just quit his apprenticeship because his boss made him mad because he asked for him to come in 15 minutes early. Okay. Then he proceeded to tell me that he used to sell for his ex-girlfriend's dad, that he used to hit her, that he waited for her ex outside of her job because she was cheating on him with someone that she worked with, and that he only went to jail 3 times, and 2 was for domestic violence. When I tell you the whole time he was talking, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm ready to get the out of here. So I'm like, waitress, hey, yeah, we'll get 2 checks. We'll get 2. He's like, no, I'll pay for you. I'm like, no, I insist. I don't need you paying for anything, but he did it anyway. It is what it is, okay? Ladies, moral of the story is this. When you're dating, stop thinking it's all about you. Stop trying to tell him what you do, who you are. You need to listen. Listen to what a guy is saying. Let the guy talk. Because let me tell you, throughout this whole date, this whole meetup, whatever you want to call it, this horror story, I barely spoke. He just kept explaining himself, but just telling me so many things, and it let me know off rip he was not it. Not it at all. Ladies, be careful when you're going out on dates. Be careful not to let a guy pick you up on the first date because he also wanted to do that, but I insisted on meeting up. And ask important questions. If you're in your late 20s, your 30s, it's time to tighten up. Dating is not to be all cute and stuff anymore. I'm not saying to take everything seriously, but you need to get to know who somebody is. And if you just sit down and shut the f- and listen, you'll come across a nutcase like this and be able to just say, you know what? I'm good, but I'm good. And afterwards, honestly, I prayed for him. It was so heavy on me, the conversation that he kept telling me. I prayed. But with that being said, ladies, good luck with dating. Not every guy is like that, but be careful.
I understand that everybody got different standards or whatnot, but I don't think him going to college or having a degree is like high on the list, because I dropped out of college myself. But I mean, I guess everybody got different standards and different things they want in a man. But the fact that he felt comfortable telling her on the first date, may I add, that he went to jail 3 times for domestic violence, that he sell, you know what, all that on the first date. Well, I guess he was getting it out the way, because it would be better to know up front than to wait down the line and find all of this stuff out. But let's read some of these comments. Oh, I hit you. I'm so sorry. There you go. Fixed you. I'm so happy he told you everything you needed to know day one. And that's exactly what I said, because you do not want to wait down the line and find that out later. So I guess kudos to him to being upfront and honest. I'm the same way. I'm an open book and will tell you everything you need to know, because I don't have anything to hide. True facts spoken, and never let them know where you live. I have not ever let nobody pick me up on the first day, because you don't need to know where I live. Then you either gonna A, follow me back home, or B, on some weird. These folks are so creepy and weird out here.
Do you guys want to hear about my worst Valentine's Day ever? Sure. I'm gonna tell you. So a couple years ago, 5 years ago, yikes, I was dating somebody, and we'd been dating for like 6 months, and I told him, hey, Valentine's Day is coming up. This is my first Valentine's Day with a man, and that's pretty special. I would like to do something special for Valentine's Day, even if it's just like going to dinner, whatever. He's like, yeah, I got you. By the end of January, he still hadn't said anything to me about Valentine's Day. So I asked my friends to go on a covert mission and ask him what he had planned, obviously. So when we were all out at the bar, I went to the bathroom and they asked him, like, what are the plans for you and Brie for Valentine's Day? And he's like, don't worry about it. I got it covered. I got a reservation. Like, you got nothing to worry about. So they report this information back to me, and I'm like, beautiful. Love surprises. And it's hard to surprise me. So I was like, this is great. So I got a new outfit. I got him presents, I got him wine, I drew him a picture of us, and I wrote him a handwritten letter. And when he came to pick me up, I was so excited. He did have flowers for me, which was the first time he'd ever got me flowers. So I was stoked. I was stoked on the flowers. And on the way there, he was like, "Where do you think we're going?" I was like, "I have no idea. I actually am gonna be so surprised. I'm never surprised. So you really got me this time." And we're like driving out towards the beach. And I'm like, what's near the beach that's like a nice restaurant? Spoiler alert, there's not one. He pulls off into a dirt parking lot. He's like, "I bet you know where we're going now. It's one of your favorite places." I'm like, this has to be a joke, because he pulled into the parking lot of a dollar slice pizza place that we go to when we go to the beach all the time. Like literally like a shack. It's a pizza shack. It's like you sit down and you get your dollar slice pizza and your dollar beer and you go on your way. He took me there on Valentine's Day. I was like, this is really funny. This is a good prank. Now take me to the real restaurant, please. No, he was being serious. He was being so serious. So we went into this restaurant, me and my new outfit that I bought. He's like, "I ordered you a Corona." I'm like, so romantic. That's what every girl wants to hear on Valentine's Day.
I would have been like, "Take me home now. Take me home." I bought you gifts. I drew you a picture. I wrote you a handwritten note. I got you some wine. And all you gave me was flowers and a dollar pizza. And I guess be grateful for what you can get, because I ain't get nothing for Valentine's Day. But she got a new outfit and he took her to a shack $1 pizza restaurant. Take me home.
So we eat in silence. You can tell that I'm pissed. Not even pissed. I was genuinely just really
disappointed.
Sad.
Disappointed.
He pays the $6 tab and we leave. And I'm trying to like salvage the evening. I'm like, should we go out? Should we go to a cocktail bar? Should we go get dessert? Should we go like sit on the beach? Should we go drink that wine I got you? Like, should we do something like even slightly romantic at all? And he's like, "Nah, I gotta be up early." Classic. So we went back to my place and he stayed over and we literally just went straight to sleep. And I was fully like laying on his chest, you know, crying. Couldn't help it. You know what I'm talking about, when like you're just so sad and it's just tears are just rolling off your face a little bit. So I'm crying onto his chest, his bare chest, so he can feel it. He can feel it like fully, like it's pooling up there, you know. Just doesn't say anything. He literally just pretended to not even notice that I was fully crying on him because I was so sad. Anyway, I did stay with him after that because I'm like, I'm not gonna break up with someone for a bad Valentine's dinner, although it was really sad. He never apologized. He never acknowledged it. He just took his gifts and left. That was a bummer. And I've since learned that is, men will they will show you exactly who they are by the way that they treat you. Mm-hmm. He clearly did not love me. He did not care about me that much, because that is not how you would treat somebody that you loved and cared about, especially when they explicitly say to you, "This is important to me." So, but I did stay with him because I was 21. And then I found out a few months later that he was cheating on me, actually, the whole time. The whole relationship. Bumble, Hinge, Tinder.
Throw the whole man away.
Random girls in bars, you name it.
Throw the whole man away!
You name it. He was there. So, yeah, I probably should have seen that coming.
People will treat you how you allow them to treat you. The fact that she did all that for him and he took her to a $1 pizza place, though? Yeah. Throw the whole man away. You feel me crying? You feel me crying? I would have been so disappointed and upset. But I guess I can't be too mad or upset because she got more than what I got. Let's read the comments. Okay, she said, "My ex didn't even take me anywhere. We stayed home, and when I gave him presents, he said he ordered me things, but they weren't delivered yet. Nothing was ever delivered." Pat, I don't know. I'm so glad I'm single. I'm not. Mine told me his mother offered to buy me flowers for him to give to me, and he said no. Oh my God. My husband had me take his sister shopping for Valentine's Day gifts and moved out while I was gone. Oh, wow. Yo. I thought I've had some bad Valentine's Day, but nothing is compared to this. But mine's haven't always just been bad. It's just I'm an excellent, a fantastic, a great gift giver. And I'm always disappointed because people never give me at the level of what I give them, you know? Hi. If you could just like and maybe subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate it. Okay, bye, thank you.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day, I'm going to tell you guys my worst Valentine's Day ever. This probably took place 4 or 5 years ago. I was with my ex. He was awful. Quite possibly the worst, literal worst person I've ever been with my whole entire life. The relationship lasted as long as a pregnancy. If I saw him to this day, I would absolutely bump him with my car incredibly hard. So on this particular Valentine's Day, I was working and my friend calls me and is like, your boyfriend's outside of his ex-girlfriend's house. And I was like, what? Full panic mode, full panic mode. I'm like ready to throw up and cry at the same time. Anxiety is thriving in my body. I'm like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way he is doing this right now. So I'm texting and calling him, and he's not answering. I literally leave like the saddest fucking voicemail on his phone. I'm literally crying outside in the back of the salon. Like, my friend just called me and told me you're outside your ex-girlfriend's house. Like, tell me this isn't freaking true right now. On all days. And I told her, I literally gaslighted myself in it because she was like, no, it was him. I swear to God, it was him. It was his car, everything. And honestly, I told me, I was like, no, this isn't him. He FaceTimed me and he was at home. Given he lives like less than 5 minutes from his ex-girlfriend's house. But he FaceTimes me, picks up the FaceTime, and he is like, I'm at home. Like, this is my little sister. His little sister was there. And I was like, oh, okay. I told her, I was like, you're wrong. Like, he's at home. He's out. As if he can't run fast from her house to his house. I should have believed her. Anyway, he decides he doesn't want to talk to me after that because I thought that he was cheating on me and he was at his ex-girlfriend's house. So he was like, oh, I'm mad at you now. I don't want to talk to you. So then refused to talk to me. And then at like 8 o'clock at night when I get out of work, he's like, okay, yeah, so we can hang out. Let's just go get Chinese food or something. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got home and I was like, all right, are you going to pick up like before you get here? Like, am I going to call in and you'll pick it up? And he's like, sure. Comes to my house and I was like, oh, where's the Chinese food? He's like, what are you talking about? You were supposed to call and pick it up yourself. Literal piece of So I have to call and get it now delivered. And I paid for it. And we literally like watched the movie and this probably all took 45 minutes. 45 minutes in total. He's like, oh, I have to go pick my cousin up from the airport now. I'm leaving. I literally sat there like, what are you talking about? Look, an idiot. Yeah, I have to go pick up my cousin. He leaves. Guess what? Turns out he goes to pick her up. He literally picked her up from a party and they hooked up that night. And I only found out because I saw her like a year later at the beach and I asked her about it and she told me. And that was my worst Valentine's Day story, guys. I hope you guys have a happy Valentine's Day. And if I ever see my ex in the streets, he's gonna catch his hand.
I'ma just tell y'all one thing. I am a pop-up queen. Soon as my friend would have told me, oh, he at his ex house, I'm leaving work. I'm popping up. We're going to see. No, but so for real though, I would have popped up. I have to see with my own eyes because no way you're disrespecting me like that. I've popped up on people before and I do it again. I'm not crazy though. There's no comments to the video, so I can't add anything here. So let's just get to the next video.
All right, so today I'm here with Shayna. Look. All right, so today we're gonna do a loyalty test. They're gonna switch phones, and the other get to read the phone for 1 minute. Oh no, that's so good, bro.
Yeah, he definitely got something to hide, definitely. And if he would have walked away, I would have tried to see that phone in the car. You're gonna let me see the phone, one way or another. You gonna let me see the phone.
Guys, I'm literally on my way to a blind date on Valentine's Day. I know nothing about this person, so I have not seen this man, so wish me luck. Guys, it's the first ever time in my life that I've had to leave a day early and I've had to make an excuse and leave. I've never felt so disappointed in a date before. I didn't have any expectations, but this was just even lower than what I thought was possible. You know what? At the beginning, I felt guilty, but I have left that guilt in Islington. I don't feel guilty because it was actually unacceptable, his behaviour at the table. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you fighting? Why are you talking about beating dogs? You're 36, I'm 24. What the f***? Like, nobody should call me for a blind date again. No one should call me for a blind date. Unless you know that this person will be the love of my life, don't call me for one. It was really sad, you know, like I was like, oh, like, it would be so nice, something spontaneous, to be the love of my life, the way it all happened and everything. I explained how it happened. But I should have stayed home. Just stayed home and ate my food. Don't even get me mad because it's like I'm getting worse date stories to tell you, like, what's your worst date, but I go on a worse date. Like, don't get me mad.
The fact that farting at the table, y'all already know that the dating pool is in hell, filled with pee, filled with feces, filled with vomit. What else we adding in it? Beating dogs though, let's read these comments because sorry, farting at the table is wild. Cause what? We're in a restaurant. First of all, this is our first time meeting and you're farting already. Don't people normally, have to get comfortable doing stuff like that around each other? I guess he was just comfortable right off the bat. But secondly, don't set me up for no blind date. I need to know what the person look like. I need to know your personality because I am a super goofy person. I don't take nothing serious. I think everything is funny. Like, I'm one of the ones that play too much and make jokes about everything. So I need to know what you're like before I go out with you because people get easily offended by me because I joke about everything. That's why y'all always see me laughing in these videos because everything is funny to me. 36, farting, who planned this? Right, like,
Last year for Valentine's Day, I literally did my makeup, got dressed, went downtown to take pictures because I was like, I'm not gonna be alone for Valentine's Day. Like, some plans are gonna find me somewhere somehow. Like, I literally manifested it into the air, right? So while I'm walking to where I'm about to take my pictures to meet up with Jada, this guy walks out of a store and he's like, why you got these flowers and you by yourself? I was like, whatever. He's like, come back after I finish working and I'm gonna take you out. So, logically, I would not set myself up to go and do stuff like this while I'm home. Maybe out the country, I'll be like, yeah, hell yeah, like, what is there to lose? Like, YOLO. But home, no, I don't do that. But something told me, like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, might as well kind of thing. So he finished work at 10 o'clock. I go back to his job, and I am outside the door, but I don't know if I should go in.
Is it giving a little desperate to y'all? Or is it just me? Okay.
Inside or not, because I'm like, this is crazy. And what if he was just joking? Like, you can't take somebody in New York serious when they say they're gonna do stuff like this. So I come back, I look, and then I stand for like 2 minutes, and then he walks outside. He's like, oh, I didn't think he was actually gonna come back. So now I'm outside with him, 3 of his friends, and he had said he was gonna go to this hot pot place in the area, but we ended up not going there. We ended up going to this, it was like an arcade escape room type place. And let me tell you, when I say this was like so sketchy to me, like, we took the train. That's the first thing. We took the train. Your girl had on heels. We took the train to Red Hook. And if you know Red Hook, Red Hook is the middle of nowhere. We get on the train and I'm like, hey, what the hell are you doing? Like, why? Like, I just be getting myself into stuff. It's just like, why are you doing this? So I'm texting my friends, like, updates, like, going with this guy, like, sending picture updates, like, if this is the last day, so be it. Like, I don't even care. Anyways, we get to the place. It's like some back alley place. Like, I was like, there's no way in hell this place is legit. But I still go inside. We go inside, we take the elevator upstairs, and it's a legit arcade. They have a bar, they have the escape room. Like, it was legit. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he's like, okay, do I want a drink? I'm like, okay, I get a drink. He goes to the bar, gets a drink. I put myself in a locker. He makes a reservation for us to do the escape room. So the escape room, I think we had like an hour until it was time. He gets some tokens, we start playing games. So this is the thing. I am very, very shy, like, if I don't know you, for real. So I was quiet at first.
She's shy, but she just went on a date with a random guy that she never met before, prior to that day. Okay.
But my thing is, I'm also very, very competitive and I don't like to lose. So the first game we played was like the ice hockey table game, right? We playing it and I am smoking him, okay? Literally smoking him. Like, I think I went 3-0. So then after that, we play like the basketball game. All of a sudden, I'm a shooter. I don't even if it was a regular day, I would be missing. But something about this day, I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to show up and show out. Like, you would have thought that I was in the NBA or something. Because again, I won. Then we did the little punchback thing. Smoked him one more time. So now it's time to go upstairs for the escape room. And I'm like, okay, it's not that serious, but the escape room is a little bit too intimate for me. Because we're legit trapped in this place upstairs. So we do the escape room. It's like a spaceship theme one, whatever. We died. We ran out of oxygen, unfortunately. Whatever. And then we cash in our points from the arcade, right? So this is why I said, like, I be so romantic when it comes to being with strangers, because he gets me one of them light up rings, right? And he gets down on one knee and proposes to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Yes, whatever. And then I end up getting driven home. Thank God. Hallelujah. And I never spoke to him again. And that was my Valentine's Day. I did not end up being alone. So if you're worried about if you should get that dress, baby, get it, because you ain't never know where you're about to end up.
She never saw him again. So you went to take pictures by yourself. You met a stranger. You went, I don't know. This story is giving, I just made it up. But it's a part 2, so let's see what it's about.
Okay, y'all are gonna be really disappointed for part 2. But basically, I got his number and I got his Instagram. And I think he texted or called me the first day. It was just like a hi. But like, also, I'm the type of person where it's like, you low-key really have to see me in person. Like, I'm a horrible texter. Like, if you text me and I reply back, like, you probably think I hate you, and I really don't mean it, especially because I'm not like an emoji texting type of girl. Like, that's just never been my vibe. It takes too much thought and too much energy to be going in between keyboards. Anyways, so I know he had called me and I missed his call. So then I think I probably called him back either later that day, or I called him back the next day. And when I called, I had called regular instead of like FaceTime, and it was like, this number is not in service or something like that. So I was like, okay, maybe that's just a sign that I don't need to be talking to him. And as for Instagram, whatever account that I have followed him on, I dead looked, it's deactivated now. So even if y'all thought it was about to be like, oh, well, you should still talk to him, or like, no. It was cool though for the day, but long term, I don't think it was ever gonna go anywhere anyways.
Called the number and it was out of service, and you went to the Instagram and it was gone. Baby girl, he blocked you. He didn't want to have nothing to do with you. He must have did not enjoy the date. But I'm the same way. Like, I can get somebody's number and we could be texting or talking, but I'm not consistent. I am not a consistent person. So if you don't reach out to me, you would never hear from me again. And I know that's a problem. I'm the same way with friends, with significant others. You have to be consistent, because I am not a consistent person. But I know this about myself though.
I just left Target, and the amount of men I saw with roses, baskets, or like anything to make a boo basket was hilarious, man. Let me tell you. Some of y'all in trouble.
But at least they got them something. At least they got them something. So that was just a little something to make my single people feel a little better this Valentine's Day weekend. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. What's up? What's good? What's happening? What's popping? Thank you for liking and thank you for watching.